Welcome, everybody. I am the Crypt Keeper. Wait, that's a real one.
Yeah, that's probably taken.
I'm the grave teller. I tell the stories of the grave. Yes, we're in the spooky season of January 2023, and I am here with spooky stories that'll shiver your timbers. I'm a pirate. Oh, I'm here with scary stories that'll shiver your timbers and keel haul your soul to the depths of fear. Look, I didn't plan my introduction, but welcome to a bonus episode of Escape This Podcast, where we are doing a choose your own give yourself goosebumps.
Yeah, that's the one. If you like that intro, you'll hear plenty more like that if you sign up for our Patreon, where we do this sort of thing a lot more.
That is true. But welcome to the dark depths of this pirate graveyard. It's Davy Jones. This is not a pirate themed
really
book, by the way.
not.
This is about shopping in a shopping centre in the 90s.
The scariest place of them all.
But we can't do this alone. I think we've done these. Have we done these on the official Escape This Podcast feed before? We must have.
Good question.
And if we have, we've either done them alone or we've occasionally had the Yule brothers on.
But yeah, I can't remember which one's a real channel and which one's a Patreon
but
channel.
We have a fun new guest for this, but you've heard him before. It's Michael Cambo Campbell. Welcome, Cambo. Welcome back to the show.
Gar, thanks for having me, Hearties.
He's a pirate too. We didn't plan this, but he's dressed as a pirate. He's wearing the eye patch.
I've got my booty.
Exactly. Look, we are going to do a give yourself goosebumps. We're going to reader beware, listener beware, because we'll choose the scare.
Oh.
Danny, I think, is narrating. Are you reading the book?
Absolutely, of course I am.
Now, I have a question.
This is an authentic copy from my childhood, published 1998, purchased for the price of $6.95, according to the back sticker.
Now, my question is
Ages 8 to 12.
I'm going to get to my question eventually. We're basically 12. My question is, Cambo, you're here. You're going to make choices and run through a book. I'm going to make choices and run through a book.
Yep.
Are we doing this like together as a team, or are we having competing reads to see who's the better goose? I'm assuming you're a goose in these books, right? What do you reckon?
I think that we work as a team, Bill, because then I want to make this pleasurable for all of us. And if Danny's having to go back and forth between you as a grave whisperer and a pirate and then two other adventures, her head might explode.
That is true. Okay, we'll stick together.
I'm all for working together.
Okay, two parts of the same brain.
And now we've shed the pirate persona.
I have one question left, though.
Wait, but we have to be a cool
started.
radical kid from the 90s.
Okay.
Why? Were you going to ask us what
I was
going to
ask a sincere question.
Which is?
Cambo, what's your Goosebumps experience?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, of course, I read the books as a kid. I watched the TV show as a kid.
No.
I even saw the later Jack Black movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As a fully grown adult.
Movie or movies?
Well, did you see the sequel?
I
Catch
did.
Goosebumps 2?
So
Turn
this
to
was
the bumps?
at a time I used to work for a cinema company. So I watched everything. So I did watch the Goosebumps sequel, even without Jack Black in it. I even have a masterclass course from R.L. Stine. I've yet to do it. But the reason I picked that one is it's the one people have said actually has the most practical day-to-day writing advice, is because he's a very prolific writer. And apparently his course is very good at being like, this is a system of how to write consistently, more so than any other one on masterclass. Everyone's like, the R.L. Stine one's really good.
Yeah.
That's
it's like
really
a
awesome
practical
to know.
guide, I suppose,
And
instead
fair
of
enough.
an artistic lesson.
I look up to R.L. Stine quite a lot when it comes to writing things. I don't think you'll find anyone who has the clarity that he does and can do things as well. And I argue the most feminist writer out there.
You think...
all people.
Wait, hold on. You think your argument is that R.L. Stine is the most feminist author?
100%. The most feminist author I've ever read.
Well, that doesn't need backing up. I think we can move on.
Fight any argument against me. Like, he has all of the characters cycling between being male and female leads. They constantly they are able to have consistent, healthy relationships between genders. There are differences in the way they behave in subtle socialization ways without it actually impacting things and things happening because you're a girl or because you're a boy. It's really neatly, elegantly done.
I don't know if you know this, Bill, but the RL stands for Rad Ladies. That's what it's all about.
Rad Ladies Stein.
Also,
That makes him less of a feminist writer, I think. I don't know. I don't like this.
I have heard just like I've never fact checked this, but people saying that Goosebumps started out intentioned as a series for girls.
Oh, fun.
Which I find interesting. And the first couple of books the first couple of them have girls as the narrators.
Well, there you are.
That's interesting.
That is
that's
amazing
just-
that
God,
happened
I'm
in the
on the fence
90s and that they didn't color it pink.
Right?
Yes.
In the 90s, that was the thing, right?
Exactly.
Pink is for girls, blue is for boys. Though,
You'd have
that being
separate
said-
aisles for the girls' books and boys' books.
That being said, they say that green is a very gender neutral color, which is kind of the color palette of the Goosebumps.
That's the color of Goosebumps.
Absolutely.
And then the bad guy in the front of this book is purple.
You know what's
So
also
it's for bisexuals.
an interesting point? The titles on all of the word Goosebumps on all Goosebumps covers tends to be a little uprisen, or is that just the give yourselves?
Maybe
It's
that's
like
just the
embossed,
give
right?
yourselves. Yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that's, you know what?
I hope people at home weren't expecting us to read this book.
No,
by the way.
even
We're just
on
going
the
to talk about the cover you can't see
Even
for a
on
while.
the normal ones, they're embossed. And weirdly, I want to say that is a big thing for girl stuff, to actually have something tactile. Girl stuff is meant to be, it's talking. It's maybe taking care of a peeing baby, I guess, is the most tactile toy you get.
Yeah.
But actually being able to do stuff with your hands is always gendered as such a boy thing.
Yeah.
And even this subtle thing of having an embossed cover feels really important. It feels special.
All right.
Should we rate this adventure then on the Bechdel test? Are you aware of this test?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
if
boy.
any two female monsters ever fight each other but not trying to kill a male victim,
Exactly.
that passes the Bechdel test. Okay.
Cool. Considering people only ever talk to you, this is going to be interesting.
All right. Well, I reckon let's get going. Let's start the adventure.
see what it is.
Now, reader beware. You are in for a scare, so just if you're faint-hearted or you have or easily spooked, or if you've already got goosebumps, stop listening now.
So we are reading Give Yourself Goosebumps number 25, Shop Till You Drop, Dead.
Oh my god. ...
in the title and everything.
I love
Yeah.
it. But
I
not
love
what
the
you think.
Goosebumps title. Goosebumps title's always great.
Mm.
All right. We're going to start out with you talking. You talk first in this one.
Okay,
So
so you're
what,
gonna do our
what voice
voice?
am I giving you?
Oh, like this. Okay, you got to try and do this
Yeah.
voice.
I'm picturing Titus right now from FF10.
But 1,000 years in the future? No way. Yeah, okay, do that.
I was thinking Gilbert Gottfried, but all right.
Oh yeah, do Gilbert Gottfried.
I'm still barely a month post-COVID. I cannot do Gilbert Godfrey.
Talking about voices, I had a
Your
revelation the
father's
other day.
store is not cursed.
That's pretty good. I had a revelation the other day when about impressions, and I want to see, Cambo, you're a person who knows movies, you know people, actors and directors, and I want to see if you
I'm
agree.
a mover and a shaker, Bill. Yeah.
You're a mover, you're a shaker. I want to see if you agree with this. If you want to do an impression of John Malkovich,
Mhm.
This.
that is the same as a Werner Herzog impression without the German accent.
Oh, okay.
If you can do Werner Herzog and remove the German, you end up at John Malkovich.
Are you saying that like everyone can do a Werner Herzog impression? Like that's a
Everybody
basic
can do a
one.
Werner Herzog.
So everyone take your Werner Herzog impression
And
and,
then
just
just
drop the accent.
Strip the accent and you get to John Malkovich. I think this is true. Try it at home and
Yeah.
email me. See, tell me how it goes.
John Malkovich also has a weird, slightly Christopher Walken-esque
He does.
Does.
I
But then so
agree with
does
that.
Werner Herzog.
He does, yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah, so we're Werner Herzog, if you can. Just,
I cannot.
Just throw it out there
I
as a child.
absolutely cannot.
All right, John Malkovich then. That's fine.
This is going to go poorly.
No, please stop. Everyone's clamoring.
Your father's store is not cursed, you tell Reggie Mayfield, and we're going to prove it. Yeah, your best friend Julie agrees. This is going to be a cinch.
Julie's already best friend.
Mm-hmm. It's late at night, almost 12. You, Reggie, and Julie sneaked out of your houses to meet at Mayfield's Bazaar. You and Julie have a bet with Reggie. You're definitely going to win. You just have to spend 1 hour in the store. 1 hour.
Not even overnight.
After midnight, it has
Oh,
to
okay.
be.
Oof.
Now, if you win, you get to pick anything you want from the store for free.
Ooh.
If you lose, you have to do Reggie's stinking math homework for a month.
Hold on, wait. Why does it stink? I understand it's probably tedious, but why does it stink? Reggie, what have you done?
I fear this isn't a properly sanctioned promotion from the mall,
Yeah.
by the way.
Oh, by the way, Dad, sorry. I said my friends could have anything they want. Did you let them stay in the store after midnight? Yeah, okay.
Did they take the cash register? They did, yeah.
Yeah, they asked for the second floor.
They asked for the deed to the property? I don't know.
Damn it!
Why do we keep that in the store? Well, Reggie insists that terrifying things happen after midnight and you're not going to last 10 minutes. You scoff at him. You're sick of his stories. No, the store isn't built on cursed ground. No, there are no monsters that come out after midnight. You just don't believe it. And Julie rolls her eyes. She's about to say, oh, I can't wait to pick. And then she stops. And her eyes widen and her face grows pale. She points a shaking finger at the dark, empty store. You look at where she's pointing, and there's something white moving in one of the windows of the bazaar. And you get chills on your skin. Is that a skeleton? You see a flash of red. It's looking your way with its piercing red eyes. You're about to scream, and it blinks. And it blinks again. Its eyes look exactly like a car's blinking tail lights. And its body looks kind of like a white curtain behind the glass.
It's the evil car curtain. It's going to kill us.
And even Julie was a little bit nervous about that. And she sort of whispers to you, oh, we can still back out.
Wait, sorry. Is what we saw that we thought was a monster a window with a curtain, and behind that window, out in a car park, a car?
The reflection, probably, of some taillights.
Man, we're real jumpy.
Yeah.
Like, that's a stretch. I thought it was going to be like, oh, it's like a model of a skeleton that's for sale at the skeleton store.
It's at the Halloween store or something, yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's a car somewhere and a curtain. I don't think we're going to last an hour.
So yeah, you're getting a little nervous. You even think maybe the stories are true based on this experience that you have just had.
No, it makes sense.
But then, sorry, that's a page 2 problem. By page 3, you get a grip on yourself and the story is not cursed anymore.
Oh,
good. Yeah. I was going to say, this person's very easily led.
Ah.
It's not cursed. What's that, a reflection? It could be cursed.
What can reflect light other than a ghost?
So you reassure Julie they're just stories. There are 2 of you, so you'll be fine. Sure.
Yeah.
And then, just to make sure that she's on board, you tell her to think of the prizes. And you say, I'm going to pick.
Oh, is this a
what
choice?
do you think you... No, it's not a choice, but what do you think your character says that they're going to pick? Remember, it's the 90s.
I think we're picking the cool new game console.
And that's the words that he uses
yes,
for it.
I think that's the word. You know what? Yes, word for word. I'm going to pick that
game
cool
console?
Yeah, I'm going to pick that cool new game console for playing video games.
90s. Is it a collection of Beanie Babies?
Oh, but you can't say Beanie Babies in a book.
That's true.
I'm going to take a bunch
Beanie
of
Bears.
Bean-filled babies.
Yeah.
Right. Besides, you add with a grin, think of the prize. I'm going to pick a stereo or some rollerblades.
Oh, or both. And you can rollerblade with a stereo on your shoulder. Going bump, 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 bump.
I wasn't ready for it to be quite so rad.
What a rad kid.
What about Julie? She jumps in here. She nods so hard that her dark curls bounce and she says, yeah, I want a snowboard.
Oh, these are the raddest kids in the world. These are snowboard kids.
So Reggie just warns you that you'll be sorry, and he shakes his head and says, I left you some instructions inside.
So Reggie's not even coming in with this.
He is. Oh, no. He
not a
knows
fool.
that it's haunted.
He doesn't want to risk his life.
Yeah.
I feel like when you do like a Guinness World Record attempt, there needs to be someone there watching the attempt to prove it was valid. Because what's to stop us sneaking out the back door for an hour, then walking back through?
No, you're
That's
missing
going
the
to be
next...
a page 4
Yeah,
problem.
the page 4 scene of, I am the ghost of a Guinness World Record referee. I have my ghostly clipboard, and getting the next record is my unfinished business. I'll never know who can jump the most cans.
So just to show how fancy this store is, you and Julie climb the marble stairs to the front door.
think we
You
should be
head
going for
in.
more than just a pair of rollerblades, Bill.
We are the ghosts of the workers upon whose back this building was built. Our blood and unpaid labor haunts these halls.
So you unlock it, you step into the store, you see jewelry, sunglasses, watches all around you.
Pronounced Julie.
Well, Julie heads over to one of the jewelry cases and she says, "Oh, cool, there are splotch watches here."
I love it. Oh,
Most valuable treasure of all.
So she grabs one and you say, "Yeah, great idea, so we can know when it's been exactly an hour."
so we're already looting. Okay,
She says borrowing.
sure, sure.
I'm sure
But
she
then
does.
She saw that marble staircase. She lost all compassion.
They won't miss a couple of splotch watches.
On one of the other cases, you see a cardboard sign taped to it. And you go, "Oh, this must be from Reggie." Because there is a note and you can see it.
Ooh, can we see it?
You can see this picture.
Oh, I will describe this
Take-
picture.
Yeah, take a look. And you can also show it on the webcam.
No.
So that I'll find.
It's a glass case. It's full of little boxes and sticky taped to the front of the. Actually, I will have to show this to Cambo. Is a note, and the note says, "Go to floor 1," or does it say "Go to floor 7"? There's no way of knowing.
Yeah, okay. There is a downward turn to the top,
Yeah,
which indicates
But
a
the-
1, but no bottom stroke.
exactly.
Of
We
the
don't know
one.
the angle. If he crossed his 7s,
Yes.
we wouldn't have these issues.
And this is your first choice.
What is it? Is it a 1 or a 7?
Should you go to floor 1 or floor 7?
yes.
And then you have a little bit of a bicker. Wait, aren't we on floor 1 right now? No, this is main floor. It's different.
We're on the mezzanine. The marble staircase took us to the mezzanine.
So it is up to you. Is that a 1 or a 7?
Is that a 1 or a 7? Do you want me to
I
get a protractor out and check the angle of that line?
I think 7, because if you're going to be lazy and not do the stroke at the bottom of the 1, you probably wouldn't do the one at the top. You'd just do a single line.
That'd be wild. I think let's go to floor 8.
Ah.
He wanted us to see
I don't
the
know the page for
ambiguity.
that.
He wanted us to see the ambiguity and add the two numbers together. Because Reggie works on a different level. Let's go to floor 7. I love it.
All right, well, it seems that floor 7 is the top, so this is the decision to start at the top and work your way down. Which,
Easy.
that seems reasonable enough. So you head for the elevator.
Let's get as far from the exits as possible.
The antique brass doors slide open and you walk in.
Jeez.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You take a look at the splotch watch. It's 2 minutes before midnight. And so you figure, great, you'll just start at the top, bang on midnight, you'll be fine. You're totally going to win this bet.
7th floor, ivory and pith helmets.
Elevator glides up, 7th floor. There are dim security lights. It looks like this is women's clothes. You see some sweaters, women's sweaters specifically, and then racks of dresses on the walls.
And you called him a feminist.
And you go, all right, seems okay. But then you hear a snap sound and the elevator shakes. You grab the wall to keep your balance. And then you hear a pop and a ping. It sounds as if the cables holding the elevator are breaking. The elevator doors are starting to close. So you yell, "Oh, quick, jump out." And you and Julie dive through the closing doors and you roll onto the carpet. You hear another snap and then you hear a bang. And the elevator whooshes all the way down the shaft and you hear it hit the ground 8 stories below.
Wow.
Did you maintain your elevators? It was a ghost. Yes, it's a ghost did it. Oh, we always thoroughly maintain and repair our elevators. It must have been a ghost.
So you sit on the floor gasping for a second and then you jump as you hear a huge gong
I like the onomatopoeia.
because, it's everywhere. They're all capitalized in exclamation marks.
I love it.
And there just happens to be on this floor a large grandfather clock nearby that tells you that it's midnight.
Nice. So
Didn't even need
could
the
you,
splotch watches.
could you keep gonging, Danny? That was only 1. I'm assuming there's 11 more.
Hold on. Well, hold on. On this page,
Or does
gong,
it reset?
gong, gong. The final strokes ring out. We got to cut a little.
Okay, good.
So it's midnight. That means the monsters should start appearing any minute. And you stand up. And as you stand up, you feel a strange rumble and a massive jolting shaking the actual floor underneath you. So bad that it makes you fall over again. What's going on? Julie cries. And you wonder the same thing. And then you remember one of Reggie's stories is about how earthquakes shake the store at midnight.
It's the ghost of an earthquake.
It's so weird that these monsters have a schedule. Like
They're very polite.
they must lay in wait to be like, guys, it's 11:58. We can't go out haunting yet. We'll wait for the 12 dongs, and then we'll go.
No, you just don't understand the mystic power of the witching hour.
That's true.
It's when at midnight all the ghosts and the ghouls come out. Come on, Cambo, have some imagination. Embrace the horror.
Oh, the floorboards under you, they're shrieking and twisting, and with great groaning sounds, they pull apart. The floor is collapsing under you.
Oh no.
So you shout to
She's
Julie,
got the floor one.
forget the bet, we've got to get out of here. A huge chunk of plaster falls from the ceiling and almost hits Julie right in the head. The stairs, you scream. Where are the stairs? And then Julie yells, I see the stairs.
Oh, that was easy.
Well, actually, she just sees a flickering exit sign, but close enough. It's all the way across the women's clothing department, though. You're not sure you can make it over these floorboards. What should we do? I don't know if we can get over there. And Julie suggests frantically, oh, we could try to climb down the elevator shaft. I think there's supposed to be a ladder inside in case you get stuck. Oh, that's not a bad idea, but maybe the stairs would be safer if you can get to them. Which do you choose? One of them is most definitely going to kill you right away, right?
I mean, sure.
I mean, Bill, the die-hard John McClane fan in me loves the idea of climbing down an elevator shaft,
True.
much like he does in that film. But the Mission Impossible fan in me knows that elevator shafts killed Emilio Estevez in that movie, so I don't know what to do.
The Spider-Man fan in me thinks that if we go down the elevator shaft, it might save us. There's danger, but generally a superhero will come and save you. But the Jumanji fan in me worries we'll get sucked into the floorboards and merge with the floor itself. So I don't know what to do. Danny, could you think of 2 more movies that involve floors
Was
and
I meant
shafts?
to be listening to you? I
Okay.
was too busy reading ahead.
My thought is, if we go down the elevator shaft,
Yeah.
okay, if I'm taking this from a logical perspective, we'll die.
Yeah,
We're worried the building is shaking so much that we won't be able to walk across the floor, but holding onto a ladder over a 7-floor drop is going to be much safer.
Also, we came up in the elevator. It would be boring if we went down the same way.
Yeah, we need to explore new things and diversify our sphere portfolio.
Jumanji be damned.
Yeah.
I think we go across the floorboards.
Let's cross.
All right. It's too dangerous to go down the elevator shaft. We might fall, you say to Julie. You hope that she can hear you. This is a very loud earthquake. We got to take the stairs. Well, then we better run, Julie shouts back. An elaborate crystal chandelier crashes to the floor inches away.
What is this store?
But also, have you noticed that the floor is now cheap floorboards?
Yes.
So they
No,
are
no.
I
taking
noticed
out-
that.
Those are mahogany boards.
Shaking
floor-
like Bill? I don't think so.
The floor is the deck of the ship that was used to import the marble for the staircase.
It's the same kind of deck you get on the Titanic.
With a tremendous burst of energy, the two of you sprint across the floor. You duck, you jump over fallen merchandise, you do the full obstacle course here. It's quite impressive. But when you're only a few feet away from the exit sign, you skid to a stop. An animal crouches in front of the door to the stairs. A furry, four-legged animal.
Okay, good. Let's play a game. What animal is it? Who's gonna eat this child?
I can give you the rest of the page if you like.
No, that's already too much
A
information.
big animal.
It's furry and it has 4 legs.
Make
and
that a
big.
very big animal.
It's very, very big.
This is becoming more like Jumanji than we expected.
Yeah.
Bill. This is our worst fear. There's animals running around. Hairy, 4-legged. Are you thinking it's in the cat family?
That would make sense.
That's not so much. Is it hairy or furry?
Is it furry or hairy?
No, what did I say?
That's what I'm asking. That's why I'm asking you.
Furry.
Furry. Okay.
Furry. We're back on the board. All right. I think it is giant puma.
I was thinking lion, but we're both thinking big cats.
So the next page, you describe it as the size of a large dog, but its coat is a strange shaggy grey colour that you've never seen on a dog before, and it stands on its hind legs like a bear.
Oh, it's the security guard.
Do we have a werewolf on our hands here, Bill?
Oh, a werewolf!
It does move into the pale light cast by the full moon through the windows.
Oh, it's a werewolf.
Dagger-like claws, sharp yellow fangs. Dogs can't stand on their hind legs for so long. Even wolves and wild dogs can't do that.
One
And
kind
then
of wolf can.
It throws.
A werewolf!
It throws back its head and lets out a long, mournful howl, and you gasp, "A werewolf!" It hears you. Its head whips around. It
Why did I
snarls at the
gasp?
two of you. Instead of eyes, the beast has two red flames.
Oh, what a kick-ass werewolf! This is the best werewolf.
Oh, the earthquake, the red-eyed monsters. Turns out the stories are true. Who knew?
Oh, wait.
That's
It's just a car reversing in the 7th floor.
That's a very nonchalant way to accept this.
Yeah.
Oh, turns out stories are true. Okay, oh, interesting.
Who would have known?
The shop is cursed. Huh? Who'd have thought?
A plank tumbles down from the ceiling and crashes at your feet. You snatch it up. You grip it sort of like a baseball bat. So if the werewolf attacks, you'll be ready for it. Maybe. You stare at the terrifying... Now you call it a half-human, half-animal creature, which I think for just standing on its hind legs is giving it a bit too much anthropomorphism.
No,
But
if you've ever
okay.
seen any animal stand on its hind legs, it's immediately half human.
It's equally half emu, half animal. Wait, hold on.
wait a minute.
Hang on.
You could
That
go with
didn't
that
come out
national
right.
animal, the kangaroo, Daddy.
Yeah, it's
Shut
like
up,
a
shut up.
kangaroo. It's half kangaroo,
Half animal.
half animal.
Julie whispers, "What do we do? Should we try to run past it or fight it?" And you go, "Oh, maybe if we get past it, we can lock the stairway door from the other side, but it might just grab us as we run past. Maybe we should try to fight it." And the werewolf growls and licks its chops, and you have to decide.
All right. Are we hitting a werewolf with a stick, or are we running past a werewolf?
I don't know about you, Bill. I'm no coward. I'll take this werewolf on with a big plank of wood.
Yeah, my other thought is we're heading to an emergency exit. The capability to get inside the emergency exit stairwell and lock it behind us so nobody can
That's a
follow.
lot.
I hope would not happen. 'Cause then, like, if you have designed your building and been like, and then we just lock the stairwell so no one can come out. Like, it's an exit. It shouldn't lock.
That's
And
true.
I'm-
And I think the werewolf knows all of this, by the way.
Oh yeah, the werewolf clearly just lives here. Like, it's
But what the werewolf doesn't know is what to do with a big old plank of wood coming straight at his head.
No, I don't know if this werewolf is a trained fighter. He's just a big wolf, right? You can swing a stick
As
at
far
him.
as I know.
Wait, the flame eyes impair the vision.
Yeah, we
They
don't
won't
he
even
can't
see it
see.
coming.
His eyes are made of fire.
And thank God that plank of wood isn't flammable.
Counterpoint is, can we add a third option where we throw the plank of wood across the store, and we go like, "Here, boy,
Fetch.
here,
Why-
boy."
To be honest, I looked ahead because I really believed that was what was going to happen.
Right.
That it was going to like the stick and want you to
Yeah,
throw
well,
it for it.
Let's hit it. Let's hit the werewolf. Let's crack him across the back of the head with a stick.
All right. Well,
Oh,
you
what
tell
did I do to you?
you tell Julie that you're going to take care of this monster now, so she finds another plank of wood in the rubble, so you're going to come at it 2-on-1.
Yes, feminist.
You do notice the rumbling lessens. The earthquake seems like it's over for now. So you both get to put all your attention on this werewolf. It drops down to all four legs. Bristly fur on its back is standing straight up. It growls. So you take a deep breath. You prepare to fight. And then a beam of light shines around the corner.
Oh.
It's a flashlight. Some sort of rescue squad, you think? Your heart pounds in your chest and you call out, "Over here! Help us! We're over here!" And the werewolf lets out a long howl.
Which sounds like? Which sounds like?
I don't know.
Cambo, which sounds like?
It goes a howl because it's half human.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
It can't- the vocal cords of the
That
human
makes
part.
sense. A pale man turns the corner. He's wearing an official-looking navy blue uniform. He's a night watchman. Phew. So he shines the flashlight on you, shines the flashlight on the werewolf. Julie says, "Look out, there's a werewolf in here, mister." And he raises an eyebrow. And then he goes,
He whistles.
he whistles. And the werewolf instantly calms down and relaxes
Oh.
and pads over to the guard and sits down at his feet. Oh my god, you think this guard must have some magical powers because the werewolf is the guard dog for the building. Wow. Oh, thanks for saving us, sir, you say politely. The building started shaking, yet your dog was in the way of the exit. We'll just be going now. Oh, not so fast, the guard commands. His eyes burn blood red. He opens his mouth and
eyes are fire.
hisses because he has gleaming white fangs and a forked black tongue.
Don't worry, Bill. We got these planks of wood ready.
Yeah, we're set.
You're fine. Oh no, a vampire, you shout.
Wait,
Run!
really? They went for vampire for
He had
Snake Man?
fangs.
Yeah, and a forked tongue, and he
Yeah.
hissed. Vampires don't. He's a snake
That's
man.
quite
He's
something.
not a vampire.
Vampires famously say blah.
Yeah.
Blah.
Blah. He didn't. They don't. I want to suck your blood. It doesn't work. You can't do it.
Luckily, you are right next to the door to the stairs, so the two of you shove through the door, you dart down the stairs, down one floor, you try to pull the door open, it's locked, so you dash down another flight of stairs. Okay, this one opens. Quickly, in here.
Into the store. Just go to the bottom, kids. Just don't go back into the store. You're in the stairwell. Just go to the bottom.
Well, that's where the vampire thinks you're gonna go.
Yeah, cool. We're ahead of him.
So,
And he can't leave the store.
you find yourself...
Get out.
Yeah. The world is another room that he has to be invited into.
So, you're finding yourself in the sporting goods department. You race past balls, bicycles, frisbees. You hear the vampire's feet clomping down the stairs. So
Now
you,
he's got hooves.
you hide.
This is a
Wait,
chupacabra.
hold on.
Honestly, heavy-footed vampires, yeah.
Sorry, you've gone through the sports department apparently.
Yep.
You've reached the teen department.
Oh, sick.
Welcome, teens.
You know, that one.
Welcome to the teen
Now,
department.
where do you think you hide in the teen department?
Oh, we're in the 90s, Bill. What would be the raddest thing?
Don't spend too much time thinking
We
about
hide
this.
behind a life-size cutout of Pauly Shore.
Yeah, the big biodome standee.
So Julie hides in a clothing rack. Okay, that's not that
Classic.
exciting.
Yeah.
You throw yourself into a huge bin holding thousands of pairs of socks.
The sock bin?
As all teens
The
need.
teen sock bin?
The teens go into the teen department. They want their socks.
Now, I brought socks in the past. I don't want to brag, but I've brought socks in the past. Do they have big bins?
I've never seen a sock bin. You, like, right up to the word sock.
These
I
are the used
I was
socks.
Thinking, yeah. These are the returns. I was thinking it was like a big thing of like balls or
Oh, if it had been
Anything-
thousands of bouncy balls in a
it would have
big
been
tub,
amazing. Except we would have bounced right out.
everything fits.
Yeah, that is weird.
You peek out of the bin and you see the vampire and the werewolf. They burst through the door and they shine their flashlight around. It's just like a sneak section of a video game.
It's nice that they're getting along.
I also love that this ancient terror, the vampire, relies on a flashlight to be able to spot his enemies. Very common man of him, and I appreciate that.
The werewolf, too. You scan the area frantically. You see there's a huge hole in the floor a few feet away, probably from the earthquake.
Nice.
Do you think you could in some way trick the guard and the dog into falling into that hole? Or should you just stay hidden where you are?
So is that our choice?
Those are your choices.
Bill, if we get enough copies of the Pauly Shore starring movie Biodome
Yeah.
hanging over no one's going to refuse
resist
that.
Exactly.
I feel like we need to trick them, right?
Yeah. Well, what do you reckon the tricks are? Like, okay, my first thought would be, hey, Julie, glad we jumped down this hole. Hope nobody follows us.
See, I
That'd
would
be my
think
first
that
guess.
you cover the hole and stand on the other side of it being like, here I am, come and get me. And then they do the classic walk over the blanket or whatever you put down and fall through.
Yeah.
The team rocket, I call it.
No, even better. We put a blanket over the hole, right? And then we paint a really big hole on the floor next to the hole. And they'll be like, you can't trick me. And they'll step around the hole into the real hole.
Yeah,
And then they'll hold up a sign that says, oops, and then they'll fall.
Yeah.
All right, should we see how many layers you concoct to this plan?
That's it.
Can I just also clarify? This happens every night at this store?
every
Seems
night.
so.
God,
The vampire is hired. He's actually a handyman and he actually fixes the floors.
The overheads on repairing the store every morning must be ridiculous. No wonder, like, they've got Marvel stairs, so obviously they're doing well. A regular shopping mall could not sustain this.
No. it'd be wild. It's too much.
The vampire guard calls out to you.
Oh.
Come out, wherever you are. And the werewolf is sniffing you, the werewolf is trying to track your scent, as well it would. And you whisper to Julie, hey, push the clothing rack over the hole. Use the coats to cover it all up. I'll distract the guard.
We've got a team rocket
Julie,
on our hands.
That's it.
Yep. Julie sneaks out. She does that. And as soon as she's in a position to push over the rack, you stand up and yell, catch me if you can. They see you. They dash towards you. The vampire is grinning. You dart around the floor. You jump over toppled mannequins. You dodge behind glass cases. You head for the fallen rack of coats. And you trip right near it.
We forgot that we're an idiot.
You go sprawling. The werewolf lets out a blood-curdling howl of delight as
which
you
sounds
slide
like...
across the floor.
And how does that one sound? Oh, my blood has been curdled. Oh, my
Is
blood.
it not?
It's almost like Scooby-Doo.
Very good.
But it's okay, because on page 115, with a burst of energy, you get up and you run towards the trap again.
I thought we tripped into the trap.
No,
Sorry.
you
said
just
we fell
tripped
over
near.
a rack of coats, and
You
I thought,
tripped near the
that's it,
trap.
That's what we're done for.
You apparently were fine. You leap over the gaping hole, and the werewolf runs across the coats and falls straight down. And you hear it land on the floor below, and it lets out a pathetic whimper.
Which sounds
like.
The vampire races up to the hole and gazes down and says, "You kids will pay. You'll pay for hurting my puppy."
Oh, poor vampire. Well, don't try and kill us.
So Julie's...
Is the twist going to be this is a bunch of kids with an overactive imagination and we have just harmed a poor innocent dog that belonged to a night watchman at a store?
I think so.
I
can't imagine any other alternative.
That's pretty dark.
Nah, it's just that vampires are very emotionally manipulative.
I'm getting the feeling someone just gave you a whiff of scarecrow gas, and that's your experience here.
No, this is
that
how
was in the
vampires
elevator.
operate. They knock on your door and they're like, "Can I come in?" And you say, "No, I know the rules." And you go, "Well, I guess I'll just sit out here alone in the cold, waiting. I thought maybe no, it's okay."
All right. So all you have to do now, you have to run away from the vampire.
Yeah, easy.
You have to choose, like, you're about to hit a wall, so you have to run either right or left of the guard behind you. To the right of the guard, there's a big pile of clothes.
Mhm.
Might be too high for you to jump over. But to your left, there's a mannequin, and that could also block your way. Which way do you want to run around this guard?
Look, Bill, if we're going into certain death, we may as well look good while we're doing it. And there's a pile of clothes to the right. So we could always find some fresh new threads to put on while we're being massacred by the vampire.
True. If we go left, though, we're definitely going to get grabbed by a living mannequin.
Without a doubt.
Then we can make Danny do a Kim Cattrall impression.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Must you?
So I think we should
Are you certain that living mannequins can talk?
Well, I've seen.
Would that be disappointing?
I was going to say I've seen Mannequin with Kim
No, you
Cattrall,
haven't.
and then I realized no, I haven't. I just know about it as a meme.
Mannequin with Kim Cattrall.
Like I know there's a movie called Mannequin with Kim Cattrall in it. So you're right. I don't know, but it'd be weird to hire Kim Cattrall and then be like, "But please don't talk. We want you, just don't talk."
So I feel most of the things that I have seen with living mannequins, they don't talk, and that's what makes them so scary.
Oh yeah, it'd be like an episode of Liftoff.
Yeah.
Remember
Ugh.
Liftoff?
What's Liftoff?
The kids' Australian TV show with the little boy who's just like a mannequin.
You've just
Creep.
unlocked a key memory for me, Bill.
Yeah.
It was everybody's nightmare.
Yeah. Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, if
Back
you're
away.
not an Australian who was born in the early 90s, please go to Google and just search for like Australian TV Liftoff and look at this kid.
You will
and
see
just-
that baby.
and just die inside.
Yeah.
It's so creepy.
You can throw around the twist in there as well. That had some pretty disturbing episodes
And
as
did
well.
both of those have the same bad guy? Played
What?
by, not the same character, but they both have a bad guy played
I
by,
don't
is it Mark
remember
Mitchell? Is that his name?
Mark-
It was Mr. Dribble?
I think Mark Mitchell is the right name.
Yeah, I
Definitely
think so.
MM.
Con the Fruiterer?
I don't know Liftoff
I think
well
he was
enough.
the bad guy in Liftoff as well.
I don't think I ever made it past
For
the
an
intro.
entire generation, he was just a real creepy dude. Everyone go watch Pause this, go watch an episode of Liftoff, come back, and then you'll understand why we're not going to go for the mannequin and we're going for the clothes. What about Plasmo? Everyone remember Plasmo?
No.
I'm done. Let's move on.
Okay, what are you going to do? Mannequin, which is definitely going to come to life, or clothes, so at least you look good?
What's the danger in the clothes, do you suspect?
It might be too high for you to jump over.
If the clothes come to life, it'll freak Danny out, and then we'll have
true.
the upper hand because she hates that
Oh,
scene
sure,
in Bed
but
Knobs and Broomsticks.
living mannequins, that doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, so is it better the devil we know than the devil we don't, Bill? We know the mannequin's going to come to life, and we can prepare for it. Or do we think that there's less immediate danger with going with the clothes?
Let's go for the clothes.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, we get eaten by a vampire.
That is the worst case scenario, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, if you chose the mannequin, you know it's going to come to life. What are the odds that it's helpful?
Yeah, no, well, the mannequins are going to come to life. Yeah.
So like, kids,
quickly, this way, into the mannequin's secret hideout. Let's go.
And of course, it'll go, and as you know, all mannequins are helpful to kids. It's like, oh, yes, of course, as we knew. Yes.
Yes. That's my Kim Cattrall impression.
So clothes?
Yeah, let's go with the clothes.
That's a good idea. Mannequin is an immediate ending.
Ooh, nice. We could have died.
It absolutely grabs you. You dodge the vampire to the right, you leap, you bend your knees deeply and leap, and you clear the pile of clothes. You make it to the exit sign. The vampire is grunting with the effort of chasing you. He is not one of those vampires that has lots of energy.
It's an out of shape, like lazy. He's got a torch. He's wearing his uniform. This is not like a count. This is a very lowly vampire.
He didn't even put much effort into finding you. He was just kind of like, hey, kids, where are you? Where are you? Come here.
Come on, kids.
You come to me.
So he vows some more revenge for what you did to his dog. You push open the stairs, but something's wrong. The stairs are covered in slick, dangerous oil. You spot a broken pipe above your head, which must be where it came from.
Oh, the oil pipes. There's always oil pipes in these stores.
These stairs might be too slippery for you to climb down, but then Julie says it's the only way down. And you rub your face trying to think, well, we might be able to trip the vampire. He'd go flying down these stairs. So do you want to try the stairs, or do you want to force the vampire to try the stairs?
Vampires do famously hate oil. So we could be onto something here.
Vampires can't actually cross a stream of running oil. If you have,
they don't dwell on it in the movies, but it's true.
Wait, it turns out it's not oil. You just really don't know what holy water looks like.
No, I was going to say, is it garlic oil?
Well, I was going to say, if this shopping mall is built on top of some kind of oil field, this would explain how they have such decadent things. Yeah.
They struck oil and then they built a shop in their oil rig.
I'm in two minds. We've tricked the werewolf, so we know that works. But if we repeat that, is that a recipe for disaster? Because we're resting on our laurels and we're doing the same thing again.
True. But Danny will have to do an impression of a vampire falling over on oil.
Oh, whoa!
Yeah, we're like, like that, right? So,
You think
I'd like to hear that.
Vampire? Okay.
Yeah, I think we tricked the vampire.
Okay. Ooh, all the way back to page 13. This is the perfect setup to trip the vampire, you tell Julie. Let's go for it. You remember that you have something in the pocket of your jacket that is going to help you. What do you have in your pocket?
A splotch watch?
No. Something that you brought from home, apparently.
What did we bring from home?
Banana peel?
More 90s.
A Tamagotchi? Yes! It's canon now. If we say it together, it's canon. We get out the Tamagotchi.
Okay, you get
I
out.
have to feed it. Oh no, someone left this to die.
You get out your Tamagotchi, which for safekeeping you always tie to the end of your yo-yo.
We had a yo-yo.
That you have right in there. So you guys stretch the string across the top step at ankle level.
Can we mock the vampire by going like, hey, look what we can do that you can't do anymore? Walk the dog.
Oh, yeah. Very good.
So we get some more onomatopoeia here because the vampire doesn't notice the string. Twang! It trips him.
Twang.
The vampire goes flying down the stairs. Thump, thump, thump.
And how does he sound?
He doesn't make any sound. He lies motionless.
Oh my God!
You can't make a sound once your spine and neck are broken, Bill. He's just out. He's just absolutely, he's an absolute, he may as well have no bones the way that he just flopped down those stairs.
Well, I think it sounded a bit like this. Whoa, tell my daughter I love her.
You gaze down. He looks unconscious. He might be pretending. So you tell Julie you should find another way of getting out of here.
Just walk past the vampire corpse.
Don't
kids.
risk it.
Ugh.
So you look around. Oh no, there's some aftershock earthquakes happening. You've got to get out of the stairwell with all the oil. You glance at the yo-yo in your hands and it gives you an idea.
What the heck?
We just need to find some rope and we can climb down the outside of the building.
Oh, okay.
I learned how to climb down a cliff at camp this summer. It's called rappelling.
Cliff
it's easy. And Julie yells, "That's a great idea. We're in the sporting goods floor. We ran right through it."
Oh.
So you go and you hunt for some rope. And you go to sporting goods. Oh, it's perfect. It's got everything you'll need. You grab some rope over your shoulder. You steal a bunch of other mountain climbing gear.
We're in an American sporting goods section, so it's just gun, 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 rope.
Are these like weighted ropes? Because is rope a sporting?
If you're a rock climber,
I suppose
if
so.
you're a sailor, if you sail.
Yeah,
okay,
maybe.
have you seen the store that we're in? Do you think it caters to anyone who doesn't own a boat?
It's
I
gonna
think you're allowed in here.
It's gonna have some high-end rope.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you tell Julie, "Great, let's head for the roof." And Julie says, "Why don't we just go out the window here? This place is going to crash around
agree.
us at any
This
second."
kid loves to overcomplicate
Well,
stuff.
you say, no, it'll be safer to go to the roof because we can anchor the rope to more stable things. And Julie says, "No, I'm going out the window. If we go to the stairwell, the vampire might get us, and we will take a really long time. Coming with me or not?"
Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
go, Julie.
yeah, let's go with
Window or
Julie.
roof?
Like, come on, kid. Don't No, this anchor isn't quite robust enough for our...
You're
in a building full of ghouls.
This kid is definitely going, there won't be anything on the roof that'll get us. And then you know there'll be something on the roof that'll get you.
There's a pterodactyl flying around the roof just waiting to pick kids up.
And take them from Mount Doom back home.
The decadence of this store tells me there's gargoyles. Which
Yeah,
means
but-
they're coming to life.
Wait,
But it's the 90s, so gargoyles just tell you to believe in yourself and maybe that you can fall in love with the girl. And they're not quite right, but they at least get you out of your shell and out of your...
Yeah, they're
cathedral.
more wacky than threatening.
They're more waggy than threatening.
have you changed your mind?
Oh, I just think there's a pterodactyl up there. They're always scary. There's never been a friendly pterodactyl.
Does the outside of the building count as part of the Midnight Curse?
Yes. It's like it owns the airspace
Up into a certain height.
up to a certain height. If a drone flies in, it gets shot down by the Midnight Curse.
No. All right, window? Is that what you're
let's
going
go.
for?
I think we'd go window, right?
I think we're going for the window.
All right. The building shakes again hard, and you finally give in. All right, yep, you're right. We can't waste any more time. Window. So you show Julie how to hook up all the gear and harness herself up. You hook the rope to the most solid-looking marble pillar you can find.
We have we're worried about anchoring, and we have a marble pillar. You're fine, kid.
So Julie holds the rope. She slips out the window. You watch her progress, and when she's halfway down, you join her. So you go down 5 feet, 10 feet, 20 feet.
25
You
feet?
feel like you're flying, and then you feel a tweak on the rope.
Vampire.
You look up. The vampire's up there. And
God
he
damn it.
flashes his fangs and uses them to slice through your rope.
Mate, just grab a knife. You freak.
I would say this actually makes a lot of sense, Bill, because canonically there's a few ways to kill a vampire in urban
One.
myth. Stake to the heart,
2,
sunshine.
3.
Are they the two? Is there a third? Cut off its head, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Tripping on some oil, now that I think about it, has never been established as a way to successfully kill a vampire.
But how did he get up the stairs?
He's
There's
a
so
vampire.
much oil.
He flew.
Oh, that's right, they fly.
Yeah, which is weird that he was walking around with big heavy shoes and a flashlight.
Is he naked now? Did he turn into a bat and then lose his uniform? That's why he didn't want to do it earlier. It's a last-ditch attempt.
Okay, so the rope has just been cut, and we're still some ways off the ground.
Well, for a couple more sentences. Yeah, you could put it that way. Well, you wanted a quick way down, and you got it. It's called gravity. That was the sound of the end.
The end, you died, little kids.
Sorry. Would you like to reverse course and face some roof pterodactyls?
Do you want to try and go to the roof and see if
We may as well at this point. Like, what?
we'll see? Or maybe we go.
We got time.
The thing that was stopping us from going to the roof was that the vampire would be fine, and then the thing that punished us for going to the window was that the vampire was fine. So surely he's just going to kill us.
That's what good fiction has, Bill, is unexpected returns like this.
Well, you also took a really long time getting
That's
yourself
right.
set
Yeah,
up.
'cause,
Maybe you've got
'cause-
time this way?
Because we didn't like climb out the window. There was a bit there where we were like explaining to Julia, like,
Yeah.
here's how you wear your harness. Now you have to follow proper safety procedures. I learned all of this at Cliff Camp. They said, no, now check your carabiner. Nope, not quite tight. Try it again. You have to do it right until you do it over and over again until you get it right.
That's to say nothing of the discussion they had of, was that a marble pillar? Just in the middle of a store? That's crazy.
What is this? What is this Doric pillar here? Now, actually, it's a Corinthian pillar. You can tell by the decoration on the top. I'd like 1,000 words on the difference between Corinthian and Doric pillars while I check your carabiner.
Oh,
All
we're
right,
dead.
so if we choose to go the other way, instead you take your time to mansplain to Julie about why going out the window is a terrible idea.
You
Feminist R.L. Stein, eh?
No, R.L. Stein agrees. What a
And
dumb girl.
She
I
gets
wrote.
she shrugs and agrees with you and says, "Yeah, right, whatever. Just let's do it quickly." So you run to the stairway. Your arms are laden with all this mountain climbing equipment. The vampire is still down there motionless. You hope he stays that way. So you climb all the way up to the top floor and then one more to the roof. There's a big sign that says "No admittance, emergency exit only."
Damn. All right. Well, new plan.
Is this a real emergency? I don't know. I don't want to break the rules.
Whatever. You push open the door. There is an earthquake. It doesn't get more emergency than that usually. The full moon lights up the roof. There are clouds across the sky. Julie grabs your arms. Her eyes are wide with fear and she points at something and yells, "Monster!"
What type of monster's on the roof? I vote pterodactyl.
Your eyes scan the moonlit landscape of the roof and you spot it near the edge, a hulking shape. Pointed ears, bony knees, sharp talons. It's very still. Wait a minute, that's not a monster, you say. That's a gargoyle. It's just a statue. They're just decorations. And Julie shakes her head and goes, "Oh, wow, I feel so dumb."
I'm such an idiot.
Whew. You look over the edge of the roof. Oh boy, everything on the ground looks really small from up here. You take a deep breath. This is going to be harder than you expect. You see another stone gargoyle to your left out of the corner of your eye, so you turn to look at it. All caps. And it turns to look at you!
We're in for
The
some wacky
gargoyle!
life lessons here, Bill.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Maybe they're the gargoyles from the 90s TV show Gargoyles. But I can't remember what they do. I think they'd rope
like
us
they were
into some
vague.
kind of quest of ancient importance.
Wow.
No memory.
There's only one way to find out.
Let's find out.
This gargoyle grins at you in the moonlight. Fear flips your stomach over. Julie, the gargoyles, they're alive! Oh no, there's another one coming to life. It has huge bug eyes and a mouthful of jagged teeth and it rubs its claws slowly.
rude.
We're surrounded, Julie gasps. They creep towards you from every direction. They form a ring around you, a dozen of them. Their skin is rubbery and the color of stone. Rubbery, okay.
Rubbery is not the texture I expected for the
No,
skin of a
not so
gargoyle.
much.
No.
All the gargoyles are grinning and you can't tell if it's friendly or sinister. Your mind races. Maybe Julie could distract them while you hook up all the mountain gear and you could jump off and rappel to safety. Or maybe you could reason with them. Maybe they'll be helpful. They are smiling. One of the gargoyles lurches forward. It's wearing a stone crown set at a jaunty angle. It has large...
I love him. This is the best gargoyle. He's got a jaunty crown. Welcome. I'm the king of the gargoyles.
It's
You
got-
have questions for us.
Yeah, it's got large bony bat wings. Its claws clatter on the roof surface.
Rickety-key.
Make up your mind. What's the best way to handle these things?
Or I can just chill.
Yeah, I'm vibing with these gargoyles.
I love him.
'Cause
If they want to hurt you, they will
they're-
just do exactly what the vampire did, won't they? If you try to rappel down.
And
Yeah.
if I'm thinking about this, the vampire, when it was presented to us, seemed like he was going to help us at first, then turned out to be evil. And
Yeah.
I think that these are being presented as quite evil. Therefore, the opposite will be
They
true and
must
they'll
help
help
us,
us.
All right. The gargoyles crouch all around you. The one with the crown seems to be their leader. Yeah, sure.
Wild.
He scuttles closer to you two. They're cute, you think, in an ugly sort of way. Hello, you smile nervously at the gargoyle. Nice to meet you. Oh boy.
Can you do a good gargoyle voice?
They've given me a description of his voice.
Oh, what's the description? We'll each try it. We'll each try
Gilbert
one.
Gottfried.
His voice sounds more like a belch.
Oh, I don't think I like this.
Little bit Brad Garrett, little bit Rodney Dangerfield.
Do a Brad Garrett.
Somewhere in there.
I think if someone was mean to Brad Garrett, they could say that his voice sounds more like a belch. I think if someone wanted to be really rude to Brad Garrett, they could say that with
I
some
also
kind
picture
of conviction.
him having a mighty powerful belch were he to belch.
Yeah. So they
Like,
so
that's
they
the
come
thing.
up.
He's got a mighty voice.
and
That's
then
what I
they're
want
like,
from a belch voice.
Oh, I don't like you. Your mum's favorite. How dare you? Everything's great for you. And not
That's
That
for
means
me.
it means maybe one of the other gargoyles will sound like Raymond. One will
Yeah.
sound like the mother-in-law.
Hiya, the gargoyle replies.
Okay.
How you doing? My name's Craig T. Kelly.
That's a very good gargoyle name because it's not a very good gargoyle name. I love it.
He's friendly and he speaks English. You can't believe it.
Is this a reference to the Australian politician Craig Kelly? Because he does have,
think-
I would say, some gargoyle-ness about him.
Let's find out where this goes. We're okay, Mr. Kelly, you answer politely, but we're in a hurry to get off this building before it crashes to the ground. Don't sweat it. This building shakes every night. But it makes us really nervous, Julie says. So you ask, could you help us find a safe way down? That depends. His face grows serious. On what? On whether you stand up to the test.
Oh,
All in
buddy.
capitals.
God, just let us down, dudes.
It will be a mathematics test. Oh, what?
It is a stinky, stinky test. The stinkiest math you've ever seen.
You don't like the hard, tough expression on his face. Well, what's the test, Mr. Kelly?
It's just Mr. Kelly.
Well, you see, we gargoyles have to protect ourselves. I mean, if anyone knew we were living, breathing creatures, they'd come up here with big nets and try to put us in the zoo. So you two have to prove that you'll keep quiet. We would never turn you guys in, you promise sincerely. The gargoyle puffs up his chest and clears his throat. In order to prove that you are trustworthy, the two of you must walk around the ledge of the building. If you get the whole way around without making a sound, we will help you to the ground, because that will mean you can really keep your mouth shut.
Danny, could you do that again a little bit more lyrically? Because there was a lot of rhyming words. I think that was a
Yes.
song. I think that was Crispin Glover's song. Remember that
If
one?
you get the whole way
was
around
walking around-
without making a sound, we will help you to the ground.
I was walking all around. I didn't make a sound. Then they helped me to the ground, and I saw a clown.
Clowny clown
Clowny Clown Clown. Does everyone listen to Clowny Clown Clown by Crispin Glover? You should check it out if you haven't listened. Pause the episode. Pause the episode to lift off you're halfway through, and just Google Clowny Clown Clown Crispin Glover. You'll have a lot of fun. Okay, we're back.
So you ask the very reasonable question. But what if we fall? And another gargoyle shouts, we need another gargoyle voice.
It's like this.
Enough talk. Time for action. I can't do Ray Romano, so I just did Owen Wilson.
I thought you were doing Jimmy Stewart.
Time to talk, see?
Don't talk.
Time for talk. No, not time for
wait,
talk.
how about
Enough
this one? How about
talk.
this
Time
one?
for action.
How about this one? It's time for talk. We need more action.
Wait, no, it's not time
It's not
for talk.
time for action.
Enough
It's
talk.
time for talk.
Wait, what? No, that's the other way.
How about this? No time for talk. I would like more action. I am a gargoyle.
That's the
My
scariest
name
one yet.
is Douglas Jones. Hello, that's my name. Me and Craig T. Kelly play for the same under-35 soccer league.
You should have gone with another right-wing
And we
Australian
believe that
politician,
Australia
Bill.
has lost its way. Anyway, Craig T. Kelly demands, are you ready for the test?
Yep.
You peer over the edge of the roof. The ledge is about 1.5 feet wide. I'm sure in 1998 I had no idea what that was.
You probably pictured one, like the width of a foot and a little bit more. That's like That's like 30 centimeters.
I didn't know what adult feet were like. It looks very dangerous. Maybe you should just say no and climb down on your own. The gargoyles would
that'll
let
work.
you do that, right?
Idiot kid.
Do you take the
Did
test?
Julie suggest that, the dummy?
Do you take the test, or do you try to talk your way out of it and climb down?
I'm
What do you think?
confused about the logic of this test. To be like, to make sure you will keep a secret, which is a verbal thing, walk around the edge of this building, which is a balance thing.
Without screaming,
But without
I think,
making
is
a
the main thing.
sound. So as you walk, I think the walk is easy, right? It's a 1.5 foot wide
Yeah.
ledge. That's pretty chill.
But they're
The
gonna
walk is
like
easy.
jump out at you to
No,
freak
not
you
even
out.
that, right? They're just gonna be like, "Oh, hey, did you hear what Sandra said the other day?" And you'd be like, "What? Ah,
what?
you spoke."
Gossip, eh? You love gossip.
Your propensity for gossip means you'll tell everybody about our secrets. You shouldn't be interested. You don't even know Sandra. Why do you care?
Hey, I heard you were racist. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I feel we have to do the test, right? I feel like-
Rollerblades suck. What do you think? Rollerblades don't suck. Yeah, let's do the test.
All right, we'll take the test, you declare with confidence. And we'll pass it, Julie joins in.
Oh,
Okay.
Hooray!
Presumptuous.
All the gargoyles cheer. They jump up and down, hooting and hollering in celebration.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't get a read on these gargoyles. What's going on with them?
Yeah, you chuckle. They're so goofy looking. But as you climb over the edge of the building onto the ledge, you stop feeling amused. The streetlights glitter like jewels down below, and the cold wind whips against you. You gulp, your body shakes, and you inch along the ledge. Your back is pressed up to the coarse bricks of the building. Oh, so like one of those ledges.
Oh, right.
Oh.
I'm so much more scared.
Much
Yeah.
like the Sam Worthington movie that no one seems to remember, Man on a Ledge. I don't know if you ever spotted-
yes.
That was his follow-up to Avatar. It was a movie called Man on a Ledge. And I tell you this, it is what it says on the label.
It delivers.
You know what the scariest part about this is? A beady-eyed pigeon blocks your path.
Oh, God
And
damn.
it says,
Well, you almost say shoo, but luckily you remember not to. So you kick at it, and
Oh,
it
come
pecks your ankle.
yeah, dude, just
This
walk
book is-
past the pigeon. It's a
This book,
pigeon.
this book is not good to animals.
No. Dogs die, pigeons get kicked.
So naturally, you get very startled by the pigeon pecking your ankle, and that makes you lean forward and fall off the ledge into the air.
Just step over the pigeon, kid.
Sorry, you fall. You are whooshing down to the street, and
Don't
then
scream. The gargoyles might save us if we don't scream.
you are swept up by the strong arms of Craig T. Kelly. Oh, isn't that a great line for every story?
Into the loving arms of Craig T. Kelly.
If Craig Kelly, the politician, had known that this book existed, he would have put that on his posters.
Come into the loving arms of Craig T. Kelly.
Good try, kid, and you never made a peep, so what the heck, we can trust you.
Now, is he going to put you down? Or is he going to fly you
Oh,
back
no,
up
he
to the roof
flies
and then
you
let you
out.
climb back down? Come on, man.
He flies you back up to the
Just
roof.
put me down. I'm already there.
Luckily, Julie walks up to you and says, hey, I did it. I made it all the way across the edge. I'm good.
Feminist.
So you go, great, now let's win the bet. So you and Julie now climb onto the backs of two gargoyles who fly you down to the ground. And Craig says, hey, don't tell anyone about us, and we'll take you flying whenever you want.
I think we just got the best ending.
Yeah.
You and Julie then dash to the front of the store. You find Reggie. You were in there for an hour, so you also get to pick up things from Mayfield's Bazaar for free. And since you kept your promise, the gargoyles keep theirs. The thing you get out of their promise, you never need to take the elevator at the store again.
What a gargoyle flies us up.
That
That's what
is
we
your
use it
happy
for.
ending.
Looking at the rough runtime of this podcast, we were in there for about an hour. It's
That's
not
true.
wrong.
You nailed it.
It knows exactly how long it takes.
The most amazing part is I had forgotten all of that storyline. Apparently, everything that I remembered was from the Go to Floor
Floor
1
One?
storyline,
Yeah.
which is where the main story is, where Reggie forces you to do a scavenger hunt for every floor to prove that you've been in there long enough and actually explored the store.
I love it.
That was all I remembered.
Well, we got a different
Even
tale.
on the back cover, like it says that you have to do this. In here, the front of the book says, guess what's in store for you? A midnight treasure hunt in Mayfield's Bazaar.
None of that for
You
us.
didn't do any of that, and
We
you got the
just-
best ending.
We just killed two people and then flew away.
I think this proves, Bill, that you and I are inherently side characters, and we don't get the main storyline. We get the B plot every time.
Yeah.
Keep in
We're
mind,
100% the
you
big
also fell off the building on 2 separate occasions.
Yeah, we are the expendable characters as well.
But we got the right ending in the end. We got everything we wanted. We're like dropping into the skate park via gargoyle. We're like, we've got our rollerblades on, and they're like, "What's that in the air?" And then just whoosh, right into a half pipe, out the other end, stereo on one shoulder.
Do you remember?
It's amazing. We're the coolest kid in the world.
Danny, the other story, does it end with your friendship with a team of gargoyles?
I believe. How much of this do you want me to spoil?
I mean, all of it.
don't know if the gargoyles can come into that ending. It is possible. What this one ends with is Reggie did not come into the store with you because he is the final monster. After midnight, he turns into a shop monster.
It's me, Reggie. I'm here to eat your souls.
Yeah, Reggie was not much of a character in our story, was he?
No, but he's a massive character in the other one. You missed a word find on one of the pages. You missed a maze. I'm sorry, 1998 me already did the word find, which is how many times can you find the word volcano? And if you fail that, I believe the elevator turns into a thing in a volcano and shoots you up into space.
That's how they get
There's
it.
a lot of stories
there's a
into not a very
maze.
big book there.
It's a pretty nice read.
Yeah, this one was quite satisfying, I feel. I just wanted to quickly find for you what the objects were in the hunt that you have to do.
For. Anything from level 7?
Oh, I'm sure.
The
I can't remember.
nose of a werewolf. A vampire's self-esteem.
A vampire's flashlight.
From floor 1, you need to find a man's leg.
Okay, mannequin, stolen,
that.
done, easy.
Mm-hmm. From the children, I've got to just try to remember. I know from the children's department, you need to find baby booties.
For sale,
Never
worn.
You need to find on another floor the poisonous perfume.
Julie, come here. I need to test some perfume.
And from sporting goods, you need a silver arrow.
Why didn't we use the silver arrow for the werewolf? We were in sporting goods being chased by a werewolf and we didn't see the silver arrow?
And what kind of store is this selling silver arrows? This 1%, I tell you, Bill, I don't know about them.
Are you heading to the Dark Pyramid and need to fight Ganon? Well, grab these silver arrows.
Okay, two more. So it was floor 1, a man's leg.
Yep.
Floor 2, poisonous perfume.
Done.
Yep.
Floor 3, heart attack backpack.
Oh.
Heart attack back.
That one's messed up. I'm pretty sure that one just like pulls you put it on and it constricts you.
Well, it's a heart.
Why did you put on the heart attack backpack? It's on the label.
Yep. Floor 4, baby booties. Floor 5, silver arrow. Floor 6, volcano steam. And floor 7, final showdown. That's why nothing else happened on floor 7 because that was the final showdown.
Heart attack backpack is the man on a ledge of traps. It tells you what's there.
It'd be like put on the stroke sweater. Wait a minute. If I put on this sweater.
No, the fabric is just nice to stroke. Yeah.
Well, and that one's actually a fun page because you get the full list of scavenger hunt items and you get to choose just out of all of the floors.
Oh, wait, that's so cool.
Which one you want to go to. So that's really open.
Let's go to the final confrontation.
At what point in our choices, Danny, did you realize that we were making all the wrong ones?
That we were the boring kids who just walked up to the top, saw a person, walked away, and then went to the roof.
When we were like, let's go 7, we were like, oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
Not 7.
Look, I remembered that there were gargoyles on the roof, and I remembered that you could get a solid ending out of that.
I mean, we did get the best ending.
I thought that you had chosen the right path for a really long time because I kept looking at the pages and they would keep forking for a bit.
Oh, nice.
But I think the ending that you got was the first time it was a straight up end, maybe.
I love it.
Or actually,
the mannequin killed
Oh,
us.
of course, no, yeah, there was
the
the mannequin.
And the
oh, whatever.
and
Okay,
we
there
got
were
thrown
lots
to
of
the
deaths that
roof.
you just happened to not pick. Whatever.
No, we did pick them, and then we died. Then we came back.
In our ending, it does leave the possibility that Reggie does continue to be a more monster, and we're just oblivious to that fact.
Oh, poor Reggie spent his entire night sitting on floor 1, like, ready to go. My scavenger hunt is here.
What's happening up there? There's a lot of noise happening on floor 7.
He spent weeks devising this
really
thing. He's
did.
written up
He looks
clues.
for an hour and he looks out the window as we land with a gargoyle outside. He's like, God damn it!
Oh, I forgot about the gargoyles.
They chose the other story!
Actually, if you try to go to the final floor too early, not having some of the items hurts you.
Oh,
and so it gives you bad endings that way.
that's fun.
I like this one.
It's
This
a
is
good
pretty
book.
solid.
It's a good.
Yeah.
If you're at home, here's how we justify this when someone tries to sue us. There's a link in the show notes you can buy to a copy you can buy.
Probably
of,
not $6.95 anymore,
probably not
but good luck.
$6.95 anymore. But you never know.
Well worth it.
And did you grab the book? It's good fun.
Now,
Well,
was
thank
this
you,
one
Cambo.
of the books written by R.L. Stein or one of the books credited to R.L. Stein? And then when you open the front cover, it's like, by this intern that definitely isn't getting the credit.
You never know. I think that's by R.L. Stein.
I choose to go as sincere as possible until the ghostwriters come out and say, "Oh yeah, that was me."
Yeah. He never wrote a book in his life.
That'll happen as soon as R.L. Stein dies. Someone will come out and be like, I wrote them all.
I'm R.L. Stein.
Yeah.
Ah,
That was good fun.
we should probably finish
was
Yeah, we got to
57.
finish off. Thank you so much, Danny, for running that.
Oh,
Thank
this
you,
was
Cambo,
great.
for coming in.
Absolutely.
making
Thank you
decisions
so
with me.
much for being
My
brain
pleasure.
half number 2.
My pleasure. I was I the left sphere or the right sphere? What do you think?
The
you were
South
the
Sphere. It was kind of
right.
weird.
I was. Well, you were the front. I was the back.
Okay, yeah.
So you had language, and I had I was just keeping our character breathing the entire time.
You were taking care of basic function.
Yeah, I was just making sure our stomach kept
The
moving.
heart attack backpack would have
peristalsis, all that
killed
sort of
you
stuff.
right off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Please don't put on the heart attack backpack. Luckily, you can read, and you wouldn't make that decision. If people wanted to check out stuff that is going on in the Camboverse, what should they look at? Where would they go? Where do you
And
want to send some
highly
people?
recommended, by the way.
Yeah, go check out the Camboverse.
Please do.
Yeah, the Camboverse. Yeah, come on. We're going up against the metaverse, the Camboverse. There's 2 places you can find me. First is I'll shout out Cancel Movie Report, and I'll shout that out first because you 2 have both featured on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And as this goes out, you are recording voices for the next season of the show, which shouldn't be too
Yay.
far away. So that's very exciting. That is all. It's the man on a ledge of podcasts. Is what it sounds like. It's about cancelled movie projects, famous ones from Hollywood history.
It's just a lot of episodes where they say, I've got a movie report. Oh, sorry, it's been cancelled. Next episode. We'll see.
Are we going to go ahead with it? We can't, I'm afraid.
We've cancelled the movie report.
And then other show I have, which is weekly, is called Reddit on Reddit. That's a deep dive into what's happening on that absolute dumpster fire of a website every week. That one's quite chaotic, but a lot of fun.
Beautiful. Well, yeah, there'll be links to those in the show notes. Go check them out. I hope you're enjoying your a little break between escape rooms. I'm not sure when this is coming out in relation to other bonus episodes or guest
we don't
rooms
know
or
what's
things like that. I'm
happening.
not quite sure, but you'll know because you're living in the time that this came out. I'm living in the past. But thank you. I hope you're enjoying it. There's a new season should be starting quite soon, so get prepared for that. It should be a lot of fun. Tell a friend. This is your job for 2023. 2023 is to get people to listen to Escape This podcast.
Perfect.
So tell everybody. All right. Thank you, everyone. See
you next
later.
time.
Bye.